Hello everybody, Attack Power here with another phenomenal Steel Division 2 game here between Herr Robert and Colonel Koenig in the FOB, Forward Operating Base, the Discord. Let's dive right in here to Krupa. On the left, in the red, we have Colonel Koenig playing Group Dody on Balanced Income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Herr Robert playing 9th Panzer, also on the glorious Balanced Income. Warms my heart. That's why I'm at this match. That's why we found it, because both players are playing balanced and they're both very good, and this game grinds on forever, and I love it. Yes, I know it's Krupa. People hate Krupa. Don't care. Let's dive in here. Koenig on Group Dody, a very strong infantry-based French division, essentially, although obviously a heavy mix of American units and such as well. Recon tab, really strong. We have the FFI Saboteurs here, the Goumier Eclairs, the M8s there, all in A phase. In B phase, there's some more Eclairs. I can't read it. It's too small. Skiers or something. I don't know. And some Stuarts there. Then in the infantry tab, only 76 units of infantry, despite being balanced. This man just hates infantry. That's what I've decided. I know, 50 minutes is probably all he needs. I still hate it. And we have some Maquisards, some leaders, sappers, AB rifles, and another leader, all in A phase. Okay, interesting. We need to check out that FFI leader. There must be something unique about it. And then a glider rifle, B phase with the Partigiani, a nice little Italian unit there. The Montagnards with their snipers and the Sapper Montagnards. And then the Montagnards BAR, I think that's the one with the bazooka. Then the tank tab here, we just have some Stuarts and some M10s. The support tab, we have Hotchkiss Commander, beautiful. 105 howitzer and ammo. They're in C phase. Okay. Looking for the arty battle. AT tab, we have 37mm, 57mm, M10, and Pack 40. A tab, 25mm and Bofors. Arty tab here, we have the Battery Commander there, the 81mm mortar. Can't see it from here. 81mm mortar. And then two cards of 155s, both vetted in B phase. Okay. And finally, the air tab there, P47 Lightning. P47, then the Lightning, then the P47 with the Napalm, the P47 with the rockets, and a Black Widow there in C phase. On the other side, 9th Panzer, one of my favorite divisions in the game here, built balanced. I will say, though, I do not like Herr Robert's build. That's just me, though. Of course, I build it the way I build it. You guys can check out the deck building videos on my channel for me building all these kind of decks. Now, Recon tab, really good, really solid here. We have two cards of Scharfschütze A and B, the Panzer II Lux, the SPW 234, and the Panzer I. The infantry tab, 116 infantry. Beautiful, Herr Robert. This is beautiful. I love this. We have I don't like the Erzatstruppen, though. Sturm Pioneer, Panzergren 4, Panzergrens, Panzergren G43, B phase of Sturm Pioneer, Panzergren G43. There's some Grenadier F15W and Panzergrens again. Tank tab, Panzer IVs and a Tiger. Support tab, MG42s and Guerrilla. AT tab, Panzerschrecks, Martyr 3, Pack 40, and Jagdpanzer 4. AA tab loaded up here. Two cards of 88s and two cards of 20 mils. The Arty tab, Mortar, and off-map. And finally, Air tab, Ju-87, Focke-Wulf 190, both fighter and bomber variants. Diving in here. If you guys enjoy this, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, check out the Patreon link down below, the YouTube membership, and also don't complain that I am walking once again. And yes, the audio is slightly different because I have to put a noise gate on, which stops you from hearing the treadmill under here. Don't care. My health is more important than a perfect cast. Monver here in a nice spot. Will it save the day? This unit, okay, it's got a Piat. That must be why he took it. I don't really understand why else. Early kill there. Very usual Krupa push here. A little bit of smoke to make things better. Yep. I'll actually say, Robert, not deploying a ton here to counter this. Very obvious, and everyone knows it's coming move. But at the moment, it seems to be doing the job. Erzat's doing actual nothing. Oh, they killed one man. Miracles do happen. No movement from Herr Robert's side to get over the river here. He went really heavy in the center, actually. I know Krupa is not a beloved map, but I do love the opportunity to actually see players like forced to use micro and, you know, smoke and other methods of getting across the bridge and stuff. Extremely grindy, I know, and very frustrating map to play, no question of that. Question is, do you throw this Panzer II Lux to try to, like, you know, kill this M8? See more 20 mils coming in. Here's a Pack 40, probably going up here on the hill to try to take out these M8s, which are causing a serious issue. German Pioneer throws down smoke. Does manage to block off the reinforcing road here. Nice little play there, for sure. Panzer 2 goes down for nothing there to the 57mm. Not great. Ju-87 coming in, but Colonel Koenig just too fast on the micro there. Although Herr Robert still managing to find it and gets that kill. One M8 down. Only cost him a 95-point plane. But it did get the kill, and it's getting out just fine. Alright, so double Sherm Pioneer here. Ooh, big grenade blow kills both the Sherm Pioneers. That's devastating. Obviously, Koenig kind of wants to fight in the woods a little more. His infantry are stronger in the woods generally, although this division actually is not, like, insane in the woods. Argiani are really strong, but not crazy. Sappers, Montagnards are, again, strong, but not crazy. Maybe they are. I haven't seen this unit in a while. Maquisards are just fine. You know, they're not a very super strong... I mean, they're better than a normal rifleman squad, but nothing more than that. Koenig on the 1311, and truth be told, in a balanced grind mirror, as I've talked about many, many times, that's all you need. 1311 will win you the game. Handily. After a long time. Now he is going for that 1410 here, this flag down here. The red side, I mean, it's just the truth. The red side has an easier time getting a foothold on this map. They can get across this bridge, while the blue side really can't get over here. Your really only chance from the blue side is to push here, like rush over the bridge up north and try to get in this area. If you can, it is very annoying to be dug out of that. I will say, I think blue, it's a little easier to hold this once you have it. This, like, all you have is this right there. So, you know, this just gets bombed to death. Eventually, I suspect some sort of arty will come in. There are mortars in A phase here for Herr Robert. Reinforcements are coming. There's no AT to stop his reinforcements at the moment. You could bring a guerrilla in, too, for the hill. Really, like, double down on the HE support. Where's the... Okay, so this is the hill. So it's sometimes hard to tell which part's the hill here. Right there. Yeah, 1410 now for Robert in this forest patch as well. Not good. Not good at all. Luke's going to kind of an odd spot, honestly. Also, there's AT here that can easily cut off this reinforcement road. Yeah, I mean, red definitely has the advantage on this map. And as a blue player, you have to probably spend at least half your opening points defending down here. It's not one of those things, I feel like. Krupa's really not one of those maps where you can play the same way you do on some other maps where, like, oh, I'll just give up this side of the map. It doesn't matter. I'll make a huge push elsewhere. It'll counter out. It won't matter. The fact of the matter is, you give up, you know, a bridgehead, and if your other push doesn't work out, like, you are absolutely effed. Like, you will not come back. And especially here, Robert didn't even make a push. But, like, he just gave up a bridge. And now he has no real way of getting through. 25 mil. Okay, I'm a little confused at the Ju-87 over here. I mean, a pinning move I 100% understand, but there's nothing here to kill this after he pins it. Also, we can see the punishment of using ersatz, which are absolute garbage and are basically just 15-point wastes. See another flag here. Koenig actually get 15-9 here on Krupa, which is not a small feat. Guerrilla doing a nice job clearing out the saboteurs. Now can move and take out this building as well. Once these buildings are out, it's actually really tough for red to safely control this because blue can kind of sit here in this wood patch, you know, behind the buildings and actually exert way more pressure than red can. All right, let's see how the 20 mil does. Okay, I mean, it's doing all right. I feel like a lot of people in the comments argue like, oh, 20 mil support really well. I mean, yeah, they do all right. They're only 5 health though. You know, and he's not like eviscerating that infantry unit, but it was a good bit of damage. Still not a position I would want to be putting my AA in very often. Now see an 88 coming in. Okay, I feel like Herr Robert keeps reinforcing in the middle here, and I just don't really understand why. So M8 goes down. Nice kill there from the Pack 40. All right, the 20 mils are doing work. I can't say this is not doing something effective. I would be lying if I said that. They are kind of blunting this whole attack right now. So, you know what? Claps for the 20 mil. Claps for 20 mil. I was wrong. Maybe this is the right way to use them. Maybe just they're not for AA. They're just for obnoxiously shooting some infantry before dying. So 88 actually here in a nice... Okay, I get the point. It's definitely helping hold in this breakout a little bit more. This seems like a very expensive thing to do at this point. Grim Pioneer does get out in time, but barely. 20 mil here? I mean... Okay. All right, I can't say that didn't work. Focke-Wulf tried to come in. Was forced back, now is retargeted over here. Or Panzergren, no chance. Will the Focke-Wulf still fire? I don't think so. Oh. Oh, no, it did. He must have changed it to a ground attack right at the last second. That's what it appeared, at least. Because that fired really late. The glider rifles are dead, back to a 1410. And Robert's still ticking down here, though. Double tick was pretty devastating. These Hotchkisses proving to be super annoying because they are essentially 50 cals. But Herr Robert, you know, his long-range infantry a lot more effective. They're Panzergrens. Now, the Montagnards and stuff in B and C phase out of Dody are definitely stronger than a standard Panzergren. But these early A phase units here, like the AB rifles and stuff, really are not super strong at long range. They are definitely solid, but, you know, essentially similar to any 20-point infantry, slightly above the curve of that because of the semi-automatic rifles. But yeah, definitely not designed for long range. These AB rifles are mostly for their bazooka, and then, you know, supporting any attack with some long-range firepower. Not a ton, though. 1v1 Panzergrens, they should lose, all things equal. So here we go. We see Herr Robert finding his ersatz in this building, and the guerrilla doing a ton of work clearing this stuff out and grabbing this flag, bringing it back to a 12-12 now that he's captured both of these back. So, really nice. Honestly, I mean, but the thing is, Herr Robert's down a lot of points, and he's got to get the points back now. And here on Krupa, that is a tall, tall order. Ersatz holding fire just for the holding of the flag. 20 mils, here we go, 2 of them now. Feel the power. Unstoppable, unstoppable. Oh, glider rifles, what chance do you stand against these mighty 20 mils? I mean, seriously, they're doing good work. I mean, how many are they at? 35 points now? JU-87 taking out the Steward over here. Nice. I'm not sure what this JU-87 was going to try to do just now. Did he, like, halvesy drop this? I don't think that's possible. Or at least I've never seen anyone do it. If it is possible, I've never seen it. I mean, this is nice. Colonel Koenig's been forced back, like, into the woods and stuff. He's realizing, you know, he's not winning any of these long-range engagements. Because the Panzergrens just outfight his glider and AB rifles right now. Again, B-phase, totally different conversation. The Montagnards with sniper rifles and stuff should slap Panzergrens around pretty easy. JU-87 coming in now for the M10. Any AA here to stop it? None at all. The question really is, does the JU-87 keep line of sight on this? Right now, this infantry spotting for him. If the M10 moves in any significant way, may get out of dodge. He's trying. Now the sideways. Now will he move back? Is the question. No, he will not. And an easy M10 kill. Will the JU-87 get out for free? Hotchkiss now on return fire. I find it interesting. Herr Robert, like, marked the AA, and then, like, there's nothing here to shoot at it. He didn't bring an artillery or a mortar. He just marked it just so it's there. And yeah, Herr Robert is viewing these 20 mils as essentially, like, close support, it appears. I mean, the thing is, too, the only place the 20 mil has any chance of ever stopping a plane is right on the front line. And it still has no chance, like a singular one. Triple? Maybe. All right, we see Colonel Koenig has pretty significantly increased his AA presence down south. We have 325 mils, 3 of his 4. No, wait, that's all 3. So we're in B phase. This is a Beaufort's coming in here. I mean, Colonel Koenig only has 7 pieces of AA. So, you know, I mean, at the same time, Herr Robert's Air Force, not anything, like, impressive. Really, it's just the Focke-Wulf rocket and the JU-87 cluster. 20 mil doing the work. Like, given hands here. It's going to die in the next engagement, and that's the issue with them. They just don't have high health. If this unit had, like, 8 health, then it'd be like, okay, put him on the front line. Let him cook. I mean, Air Robert's contained this well. The question is, where does he find a flag? With the mere income, neither player is getting any serious advantage at any point. Well, rocket strike there, Focke-Wulf. So we have 2 of them in the air right now. So Air Robert has basically stated he's committing to the air a bit. And what's weird, Koenig, the usual air spammer, has yet to fly a plane. Now, he does have most of his planes in B phase. There was a singular P-47 in A phase, and we didn't see it. But now we have all the P-47 variants, the Napalm, the rockets, and we have a Lightning. Weird that the Lightning's coming in B phase. It's probably phase locked to B phase, that would be my guess. I highly doubt Colonel Koenig was like, I need 4 Lightnings in B phase. Considering he yells at me every time I move things to later phases to get more of them. And the man loves to vet up things. Ooh, MG42 in range of that 57mm. 57mm has HE, which, again, weird little quirk of this division. It's a triple star MG42. Now it started taking hits first, but it is in green cover. It looks like it's going to get the kill. Wow. Okay, I mean, easy to forget how powerful triple star units are. Like, we don't see, you know, triple star MG42 very often. But when we do, it does damage. Those are the work. I'm really surprised the Focke-Wulf hasn't tried to poke this Hotchkiss. He should be able to make it, even with the 25 down here. Let's get Panzer IV rolling in now. So Panzer IV is coming. Here comes the off map, and here's where, you know, here's where it's hard to math it out. A well-placed off map here could do a ton of damage. You know, obviously right here is an easy spot to drop and say good luck. Not actually a ton left here from Koenig, though. Now we see Koenig double 81mm mortar. Problem for Air Robert, he did not commit to any sort of arty fight. His arty tab is literally a mortar and this off map. So clearly, Air Robert, you know, is saying, I don't want to fight at long range. All right, let's see how this Panzer I does. Been trying this unit out. Have not been super impressed, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, like the damage output is just too low. The argument for it is obviously you get like, what, like 15 of these? 18 in B phase unvetted for only 10 points. Do they ever really kill an armored thing? I don't think so. I really don't. Panzer II Luke's looking the wrong way, apparently. Well, we'll get one tiny little burst off, and that's not enough. And Air Robert decides to commit to killing this with his light armor. The whole reason these 37mm are here at all. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, that was... I'm going to call it dumb, because that was kind of dumb. Stewart now in this flanking position. Panzer IV could clear all this up, honestly. Really quickly. Koenig now making a fresh push here. Will the off... I mean, now if Air Robert like goes in, somehow cuts this off and cuts all these units off, that'd actually be pretty big. Mortars now going after the Pack 40, but they are out of radio range, so their dangerousness is much muted. Hockey Stars, not a big deal. Glider rifles and sappers both have bazookas, so goodbye Panzer I. This off-map 172, it will hurt. It will hurt a bit. In the center, we do see a little bit of a push. Pack 40 left its APCR on, but gets a lucky bailed-out crit. As Air Robert holds on to this, but a 1311 currently with this flag captured off-map, killing both the 37mm and the commander. Or leader there, excuse me, not the commander. That would be huge. I did forget this off-map does actually shoot. It's a Panzer III, which is not a great tank, but, I mean, to get a free tank slapped on your off-map is pretty nice. Panzergren goes down, though, and gets rid of the influence here in the front. I mean, Koenig has been actually walking his reinforcements across, so the infantry aren't going to get stopped, obviously. But, you know, armor is done, basically, if he loses this bridge. Double Ju-87 to take out a Stewart. Seems a little strong. But if both Ju-87s get out, then that's very much worth it. You know, it's a free kill. See these Panzer I's going down. Easy peasy. 20mm doing the work. Doing the Lord's work there. Oh, and this off-map will hurt. I don't know. Nope. Koenig is in it to win it there. Or really just lose it. Will the Panzer IV not suck nuts? APCR on this Pack 40. Hey, Robert, you're hurting me. Hurting my feelings. Martyr 3 goes down. So what? The M10? Yeah, I traded with the M10, I think. That's a great trade, though. I would take that every day of the week. The Martyr 3 F-22 is actually really good. It's got really high HE damage. It's got okay penetration. Not sure if Koenig somehow predicted this off-map. These units were already falling back. Probably some sort of combat before that. Takes out the Stuart. That's really what you want dead out of that. Like, if you had to pick one of these units to die in this off-map, it was the Stuart. So, definitely good on him. 37 mil still alive, though, and that could easily pick up some random Panzer IV. Wolf tried to push through in the center, I'm assuming. Got thrown back. The Grillo was forced out here. Really should get back into the fight. Here comes the Lightning. 20 mils and 88 working to push that away. Back into the south where the fight really is. A Gumier Eclair pushed up here on the hill with its sniper rifle. Half-track killed for nothing. These 37 mils are absolute monsters. For 30 points, kills so much stuff. A little disgusting, really. Again, I really hate Erzat Sherpman. I understand they fill the line, but they actually just don't do anything. Like, I feel like another card of anything in that slot would have been more useful. I feel like they're pioneers or something. 20 mils. They're so bad. They're so bad at their, like, actual job. It's so hard to watch. So, actually, Herr Robert here made a little push with Erzat's trooping and grabbed this flag, keeping it at 12-12, and might unlock a little 13-11 here for himself in a sec. See if his MG42 can beat out the Eclair skiers here. Skiers. Another off-map. Forced in. Anything to follow it up, because, I mean, he's cleared this out. The off-map actually, like, did a lot of damage here. See a Tiger on the hill. Kind of surprised. Feel like the Tiger up north, perhaps a little bit better use. There's a lot more open ground to work with. Tiger gets across the bridge. Boom, it's hard to get reinforcements across. There's not a lot of AT in Dody at all. It'd really be the Black Widows to kill that Tiger. Other than, no, the M10s don't have APCR, so they really will struggle. Herr Robert on 13-11, though, he's currently done it. Finally clawing back some points. As Sturm Pioneers now roll in. A little late, but they're there. Timing wasn't perfect, but that's fine. Got a lot of value, actually, of this 172 off-map. Sturm Pioneers do not get by the Hotchkiss, but are making a run for it. They do get by. Big deal for them to get in the woods and actually be at their effective range. Bofors, assuming is going to... Yes, I would think that Focke-Wulf can't get by there. An 88 moving in now. What is weird is this, like, kind of like hap-dash run across the bridge with singular units Herr Robert's doing here. The fact that he got away with it at all is shocking. Focke-Wulf, a nice run there. Doesn't do, like, a crazy amount of damage, but it does do things. 20 mils. Lol. The thing is, too, 9th Panzer has real AA. They do have a mobile wagon. So I'm really baffled by this bringing of a C-Phase 20 mil card over, say, the mobile wagon. Because that's, like, real AA, and this is absolute dog water trash. Like, hot garbage. Yes, we saw them kill infantry. If he wanted them for the infantry support, then, you know what, Herr Robert, you next level it. I am impressed. But, like, if his plan was this as AA, then I must respectfully and wholeheartedly disagree with the choice. He has gotten a nice contingent of infantry in here, moving the off-map Panzer III forward to try to kill this Hotchkiss. Of course, then the 37's going to pop back out and kill it. Basically inevitable. Panzer III, it looks like it should be good against infantry, but it's actually not. You know, the short-barreled stuff usually is, like, higher damage. We now see the first big arty here from Koenig. 155 immediately wrecking that measly 20 mil. Not a major loss, but we did see that do a lot of work. Panzer IV move forward now. The 37 mil is going to kill that for free. This is what I was talking about. See? Jesus, this thing is so good. Just another one of those random Western Allied units that just is so stupidly, retardedly good. I just don't even know why. So Robert's push here getting broken down a bit. You know, the shoe's on the other foot. The second you switch to defensive, things get a little harder. Or get a little easier, I should say. When you switch to the offense, things get harder. Focke-Wulfs do get through here. Will they finish this? Yeah, Maquisard does go down. 2 Focke-Wulfs to kill a single infantry unit seems like a lot, but the fact is they didn't die. It doesn't even look like they're going to get damaged here significantly, which means they'll be back soon. No, that one did get pretty damaged, so that'll be out for a while, but, you know, every time a plane kills something and doesn't die, you have essentially, you know, made a lot of value. Because the plane comes back, and you get a chance to do it again. So, Herr Robert holding steady here at the 12-12. I'm not sure what his plan is, where to go from here. I'm also baffled by Herr Robert. I think 88s are meant to be his AA. Like, that is his plan. That 88s are doing the actual AA work, and that's his intention. I don't understand. Yes, from time to time they stop planes. You know, especially 2 of them should be able to stop P-47s somewhat consistently. But you're not going to kill the planes, and that's the problem. Especially against someone like Herr Robert who loves, not against Koenig, who loves air spam. He's going to just keep building up an air force. Really surprised he hasn't pushed these things forward. I mean, I know the Maquisards are technically a CQC unit, but like double full health Panzergrens essentially would do fine. These tanks in this position is like the biggest gonads ever. Tiger goes down to the sappers with their bazooka. Oh. Second off map coming in. I mean, this will be pretty devastating. We are now in C phase, which means that Herr Robert has access to 32 garbage disheartened units, which are arguably definitely better than Erzatstruppen. They have a singular LMG. They are 5 points more, though. There's our Pargiani. Really solid infantry unit here for CQC, really. Doesn't look like on the car, but 2 Berettas. The Beretta itself, not actually a good LMG. Much better automatic rifle. Oh, Focke-Wulf off target. The U-87s are coming. I don't think they're going to get past the Bofors. It'd be one thing if this was still a 25 mil. It's not. 1 stopped. And 2 stopped. And unfortunately for him, they are flying in the wrong direction. J-87 may even go down. Dody doesn't have a ton of armor, so these aren't like super key air units. Honestly, the Focke-Wulf is probably more useful here. We can see it like this is why, yeah, this is why the 88s are trash. A, they don't do their job very well when they do it. And B, they're so easy to pin and just force away and kill. Herr Robert, though, on a 13-11. The problem is he has brought no way to counter this 155. Like, he just, like, none. And 9th Panzer has a solid arty tab. Like, it's got the standard brevy of Axis artillery. SK-18s, the FH-18 or whatever. Like, it's not hard to get some arty in the deck. So it's just really strange to me to see, especially it's a 1-point slot he left open. Maquisard's pushing forward. Panzergrens, though, are also in green cover and should handily win this at double vet with their better loadout. 20 mil lol. 88 stopped 1. Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, what's he gonna do with his stupid 20 mils and an 88? Oh, he's going for it. I like it. I like it. Little early. Now go. But, like, seriously, like, what is Herr Robert going to do against this level of air spam? Koenig has, was that 5 planes now? You going to call in more crappy 88s? And look at, they're dying to the mortars and stuff. Actually see the Commandant in there. 13-11 for Herr Robert. Things are looking good now. I have very severe doubts of the long-term strength of Herr Robert going long in this game because of Koenig's Arty and Koenig's Air Force. Usually Air Forces are not, they're not consistently the deciding factor in a game, right? If a player really goes all into them, yes, they can be. But for the most part, your average game, Air Forces are a secondary thing where, you get a couple kills here and there. We suck up a little points going around. Ooh, nice kill there on the M10. And they could swing some key moments, open up some fronts. They do they're important. But you can 100% win a game without calling a play in. Yeah. But in long games, like really long games, where your AA is strained and everything, outlasting that can do a lot. And Koenig has already, targeted AA and stuff. I just do not understand bringing in the 20 mils over the mobile wagon. I cannot fathom why you would ever do this. Ever. One card, I understand. The A phase card, do your thing. Like, go for it. But, like, your C phase card, instead of mobile wagons, oh. Yeah, Arty now aggressively targeting things. His radio mortar is going to be really bad. I'm really surprised Herr Robert hasn't tried bringing his own radio mortar in to maybe counter battery the mortars at least. M10 goes down to a double Focke-Wulf. Really nice there. 25 mil runs out of ammo. The other one's pinned. Okay. A nice little poke there. Thing is, though, again, Herr Robert's Air Force is not anywhere near as powerful as Koenig's. Yeah, another Tiger on the field. That means there's only one more Jagdpanzer. So, I mean, essentially, Herr Robert could have had a really, big advantage with way stronger armor. Where that's not always, the deciding factor, but it can be an issue, right? A Tiger here, what does he do against that, really? Guerrilla was apparently killed at some point. Would be really helpful. No, it's right there. He needs that to kill this 105. Oh, big airstrike down south. Tiger's actually still alive, shockingly. B-47's lost sight of their target, I think. And this is one of those moments where, like, 4 pieces of AA really need to be concentrated, fired, and actually kill something. Like, really bad. Yeah, and these are going to get away, and that's really not acceptable to win. But Herr Robert is doing actually. He's got a massive number of troops here. I mean, Herr Robert has the spam ability factor. Koenig has built his deck, in my opinion, very thin. Or a balance v balance Krupa deathmatch, where spamming infantry is kind of a necessity. There's the Montagnard's BAR. Yep, they do have the bazooka there. And where's our regular Montagnards? What's this Sapor Montagnard? Okay, so this has a grenade and a bazooka. So actually, Koenig only brought one card of actual, like, sniper Montagnard, so maybe he just does not win long range very much. AU-87 does get its cluster off. It's not enough to kill that Steward, and it might die here to the Beaufort's. Very good chance of that. Killing these Hotchkisses would be huge. It's been a massive thorn in the side. Yeah, Herr Robert's got to stop leaving light armor just standing in this pocket here. It's the most easy to kill pocket ever. AU-87 does get away. Maybe not. Ooh, just barely. Yeah, Guerrilla really needs to move up into this position and kill this. Like, it's a necessity at this point. APCR is actually getting kills. Yeah, he needs his support units to not all get killed off. Herr Robert now on a 14-10 on the cusp of a 15-9. Very impressive here. I mean, he's basically just spamming his way forward. He's just pouring units out at this point. Where, oh, Koenig moving his 155 way up here. Koenig has invested way more into support units, and that's where he's now suddenly falling behind on map. Is that, he's bought now 5-6 planes, and each of those planes are 140, 150, 135 points. That is not a small amount of points to not have. That is a large point investment. And the 2 Arty pieces, which are 135 points each. Like, that does have consequences. Where Herr Robert has really not called in, like, any of that sort of stuff. He's called in no mortars. He's called in the planes, but those planes are cheaper and not nearly as numerous. And he did that over a long period of time. Where I actually think Herr Robert was kind of out trading Koenig down here, especially eating up those units with the off-map. Now a 15-9 here for Herr Robert. I mean, say what I want about his deck build and whether I like it or don't. Fact is, he's playing really well right now. Panzer IV gets a nice hit on the M10. Will it finish it off? Needs it not to miss. And it does not. Another M10 down. I mean, we've seen 3 or 4 M10s dead. There are 11 to get through. And he's got basically infinite Panzer IVs for all intents and purposes. Panzer takes out that Stuart, and this area is finally clear. And we see, whoop, little BAR with its bazooka, killing some Panzer IV for free. Once again, really ballsy to have these Panzer IVs standing so close to this tree line. Yeah, finally backs him up. Back to a 14-10. Northern push going very well here. And Koenig barely responding. Is he just not... I can't imagine a reason why he doesn't feel the need to respond to this heavily. Panzergren G43, they do get out, but they're just going to get wrecked now because they're out in the open getting shot by 2 really solid units. The guerrilla needs to back up in a desperate sort of way. Wolf does get in. Nice hit there on the Montagnards. Other one does not. D47, big bomb drop. Oh, just wipes out that push, essentially. And the guerrilla goes down to the bazooka. Yeah, I think Herr Robert needs to be a little bit more careful. Ju-87 finally goes down here. Herr Robert needs to be a little bit more careful with his tanks. Most of the units in Dody have a bazooka slapped on them, so can't just be driving up to buildings and ridge lines. But now all of Herr Robert's support here killed. Never got the guerrilla into position to kill this 105, which is actually going to be pretty devastating for him. I mean, I think the one thing Herr Robert doesn't really need to worry about is running out of infantry. Oh, and here's where things get hard, though. This is where Koenig's early investment in these big guns and Air Force is really going to start to grind down. I mean, Herr Robert, I felt like had the right idea. Like, he needs actually to win, I'm going to say, with air quotes, fast. Because, honestly, by 50 minutes, Koenig's going to have garnered a lot of value and trades out of his planes and arty. Potentially too much. Potentially an overwhelming amount. Can the SPW kill off this M10? It does get a pen. We look at the second. Oh, it bounces! Oh! Does that have AP on? No, it looks like... Oh, and it gets the kill! That's huge, but the Urzat is pushed out. Flag flipped. Herr Robert back to a 12-12, although he could definitely get this flag back here. His northern push has petered out a bit. I mean, he basically hasn't, like, full-on committed to it. SPW doing the work here. Will it dodge the heat shell? Because its AP round is quite deadly. Looks like it's going to miss. Heat shells are weird, though. Sometimes it looks like they're going wide, and they randomly hit and kill things. Nope, SPW is still really strong. Gets the kill on the 105. That's pretty huge, actually. I'm still shocked Herr Robert hasn't called in, like, a radio mortar. Like, just one. Could really help him in these little situations here. All right, 105 versus 88. 88 is failing so far. Fired 2 shots, landed neither. 105, though, misses its first and is almost pinned. 88's going to do it, I think. And it does get the pin. These sort of matchups really just come down to RNG, like almost fully. Double SPW, though. Gonna kill off... Wow, these 105s are dropping like flies. Actually really bad here for Koenig. He's got 6 of those, and we just saw 2 go down and a third one about to. And maybe not. 88s are still not that great. Here comes Sappers and Montagnards with their bazookas. Will kill off these Panzer IVs. Again, Herr Robert just does not mind these sitting in extremely dangerous places, especially with no support whatsoever. Oh, 37 mil picking up free kills now. 1 Panzer IV down. Another Panzer IV down. I wish Herr Robert would get the hint here. This one is at a more appropriate distance, though not perfect. He has lost the northern flag now. Other issue is, too, Herr Robert is going to run out of CQC units. No doubt of that. Really needs to get this flag back. Panzer IV versus something. 37 mil here. It honestly might lose. Even at this range. 37 mil is just pumping out so many shots. But it does not this time. I honestly was assuming that 37 mil was going to win that. We now have an 88 in the center, which, now that all these 105s have died, actually this 105 did die, I'd actually be all right for him. We do see double 88 does stop the Black Widow strike here. Does it? Maybe not. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say they're out of ammo, so... See, a nice little poke here, grabbing this flag, giving Herr Robert another 1311, might drag him back in the lead, because right now these players are neck and neck. Units continue to... I mean, I can't imagine Herr Robert's going to run out of units. Even with these Grenadiers costing only 15 points, he's got 16 infantry, and there's still a full cart of Panzergrens in C phase here. It's not like all he called in were these stupid 15W units. A few more leaders from him would probably be really helpful. Ooh, here comes the P-47 Napalm. This thing is pretty dangerous. Ooh, really? Tiger probably going down here. Yeah, I was going to say, oh, actually, definitely. I should have said definitely because I knew it was damaged. And there's really no AA cover down here, actually. And those 88's too easy to kill. Like, if you can get by all of its other weaknesses of not actually killing planes and being super expensive and not super consistent, fine. But the worst part is they're just so easy to kill with arty. Like, hilariously easy to kill with artillery. As Koenig is definitely changing to the strat of kill the AA, I win the game. But there are only 10 minutes left. The thing is, though, Herr Robert is not really far ahead or anything. It's not like he's got a big point lead where he has 5-10 minutes to fall back on. He needs a lot more buffer. And there goes another 20 mil. 88 moving into an almost equally dangerous position. This Panzer IV finally in a nice spot here that it can really, you know, control the area safely. Like right here would probably be even better. Smoke coming down here. Interesting. 88 guerrilla combo here. As the 105 is in a lot of danger, actually. I just don't know if it knows it yet. And the guerrilla finish off this pack. It does. Ow. Will the guerrilla finish this? See it? Does it see it? I don't even know. Here's it does. Yeah, and Koenig losing a lot of really key support units here in the center. This center area has actually been a real serious thorn in his side the whole game. Fogwolf Ju-87 come in. I shouldn't be able to get past the Bofors. It does not, and the Ju-87 definitely will not after that. Yeah, Robert, a little too spread out with his planes here. He's going to make these airstrikes. He's got to, like, go for it. Commit. Tappers with the grenade. Oh, they're still reloading. So maybe they don't win this, actually. No, I don't think they're going to. As Koenig makes for the hills. I mean, Herr Robert is out of off maps, so there's no more, like, fat opportunity here for that. Is Koenig kind of desperately holding on to this flag here? He needs it. This flag lost in the center. P-47 is stopped. F-22 goes down to the Black Widow. All the P-47s are stopped. Does the 88 one-shot these things in terms of suppression? I don't remember them doing that. Herr Robert not really moving his AA either. That's definitely not good. Leader here caught out really bad because he's supplying a lot of value here to all around. Many times its cost. There we go. As a flag flips again, but the northern flag flipped back. Just, oh my god. just pouring in. What a beautiful thing to watch. Guys, who doesn't love this? 88 insta-dead. Already, I mean, Air Robert's not moving it, which is a major issue. Like, the next Giga P-47 strike will get through, but at the same time, it's probably not coming till 45 minutes in. So really, Koenig will get maybe 2 more strikes out of those. At this rate, he's going to get that strike completely unbothered. Ooh, 88 caught out here without the Grill support. Major miss micro here by Herr Robert. Has not noticed. Panzer 1 doing what it does. I mean, it's an armored unit for 10 points. There is something to be said for that. Another 88 dead. Yep, and here it is. You can just see like the whole front line gets wiped out. Really bad. And I think Herr Robert's out of 88s. He's called them in extremely aggressively. You can see how long it's taking these units to kill this. But I don't think... I mean, despite it being a cheap armored unit, I don't think it's worth it. So 13-11 here for Herr Robert again, widening this very tight gap. Another M10. I mean, nothing here is 2. Koenig might be running low on armor. I think the M10s are running a bit dry here. Stuarts have seen a lot of action. On the other hand, we haven't seen a ton of Panzer IVs. We saw, 3 or 4 here. But he has a C phase card of 15 of them, plus an A and B phase card, so... certainly does not indicate a lack of Panzer IVs. But yeah, I guess we just throw 3 of these in at a time. He does hold this flag once again momentarily. The other thing is, too, the Panzer guns are coming in at half tracks, which just continues to increase the bloat of that has to get pushed through. But look at all this arty just coming down. My goodness. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 mortars. We have 2 arty pieces. This one extra spicy. You're finally getting to spot things again. Can it save the day? I don't think it can stop this Grenadier from getting killed, though. Yeah, now it's going to die to the Air Force. Yeah, I was incorrect. The P-47s are reloading significantly faster than I was predicting. Oh, we actually see fighters. There we go. Lagwolf is a phenomenal fighter. One of the best the Axis have access to, really. We finally see a Black Widow go down. But Herr Robert has lost this extremely critical flag in the center that has basically kept him alive this whole game. And the problem is now these units are so concentrated, the arty can just absolutely eat them alive. And Koenig has by no means run out of infantry in any way. This is where I said earlier, my prediction of, this game goes till 50 minutes. Herr Robert was going to be in a really bad spot. Because the amount of support Koenig has built up is pretty overwhelming, honestly. I think Herr Robert needs to actually commit to this push up here. Like, he needs to go. Because now Koenig has his 1 tick. I'm not sure if it's going to be so freaking tight. But I think if Koenig keeps on the single tick, he will win. Oh my goodness. Why do these reload so fast? Here it is. Yeah, this is where I said things just get so bad when you let the Air Force build up like this. And the other issue is, too, because there's no AA, these planes aren't getting damaged, so these planes are reloading incredibly fast. Not like the usual, oh, it's damaged, takes 5 minutes to come back. Like, not a huge deal. I can suffer to take this hit once in a while. It's like every 2 minutes you're getting... the front line's getting nuked. And now all of a sudden this flag is under pressure. As things are kind of falling apart here for Herr Robert. The waves of units have stopped coming in. Easy surrender here, Herr Robert is missing. Obviously, there's a lot going on here, so there's a reason he's missing it. A paltry Ju-87 coming in to do nothing. As Koenig has confirmed, yeah, that the skies are free down south. Utterly empty. Pac-40s can continue to leave their APCR on. Herr Robert must be an APCR believer. Only reason I can see for having him on so consistently. He's not forgetting. He specifically turned HE off of that one, so he knows it's on. And Herr Robert is a good player. Like, he's not accidentally leaving that on. The issue is the P-47s are still super fast. Fogwolves are a fast fighter. They can catch most things in the game. And the P-47 can get caught. It just, it's a chase. And you can't, and now he's going to lose the Fogwolf. You can't really chase him over the AA, so, you know, the Fogwolf doesn't reach him in time. There goes the Ju-87. This Fogwolf will be out for the rest of the game. And Koenig about to take the lead here with 1 minute remaining. What another turnaround. I really thought Herr Robert had grabbed this thing from the jaws of defeat. Like, at the beginning, didn't think he had any chance. In the middle, thought Koenig was out. Now again, it feels like Herr Robert is down. Yep. Robert is down a few points here as things just crumble for him. What a beautiful balance match. Guys, this is what Steel Division was meant to be, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but the 10, 15-minute games where players just run each other over with their stupid Maverick and Vanguard income. Ugh. Ugh. It's not exciting. This, watching every play and every little micromanagement wins. And it's not just, oh, look at, I spammed 700 points into one part of the map and you just had no chance of, like, matching that. Aha, you suck. Like, whatever. Again, we see great play doing that, but at the same time, this was like each player's micro right up against each other. Macro decisions mattered. Every micro helped change the tide. Ugh, what a great match. 49 minutes, 52 seconds here. Two great players. Koenig 57-15 to 3,600. I think Herr Robert just threw a lot of troops away there at the end. We obviously saw at the beginning things not going well either for Herr Robert. Center, though, the middle of the game, I really felt, no, I guess not. I guess not. Again, I think some major deck building errors there by Herr Robert, in my personal, not as good as him opinion. I don't know why you'd take 20 mils over the mobile wagon. I think he puts way too much emphasis on 88s, which are just not very good. A card of them, 100% I can get. But like 2 cards and skewing the mobile wagon, like I'm not 100% sure where the logic there was. Not bringing any artillery at all. Because Koenig likes to vet his arty. So, like, it's not like he has a ton of it usually. And even if he did, the 155s, the Axis 155 is an effective weapon. Like, a counter battery is just fine. SK-18s especially. You see a lot of value out of a whole bunch of little units here. The other side probably won't see as much. Off-map, though. The off-map did do a lot. Can't say it didn't. Really put Herr Robert's chances of winning on the map, essentially. Yeah, no unit really actually did super well. If you guys enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, check out the Patreon, YouTube membership. Thanks a bunch, everybody, and have a fantastic day.